What's good, y'all? Welcome back to a brand new comic reaction to the latest issue number 80.B of the TASM. So yeah, another Beyond tie-in. The hottest couple in comics is back together. This ought to be fun. Let's just jump right in, boys, and see what we got. Credits. Next page. When you've taken as many spins around the sun as I have, things almost seem to gain a rhythm. It's like a cycle. Just as sure as the sun will rise, my nephew Peter Parker gets himself into trouble. A broken bone here, a bruise there. Whatever he goes through, trouble just loves to follow. But this time it's different. I feel so different. Peter, feels so different, Peter. I just need you to understand that's why I'm doing this. You got caught up in something so bad these doctors are flying as blind as I am. But I'm going to fix that because I'm on May and fixing things is what I do. But I need something from you first. I need you to forgive me. I've been backed into a heck of a corner, and it's looking like I have to take things into my own hands. Next page. With a little help from an old friend, you humble me with your beauty as usual, May. Man, why is my man simping so hard over Aunt May, fam? Like, ain't she like twice your age? Like, bruh. Otto Octavius, let's see you still kept the gentleman's air about you, although the sunglasses at night is certainly a choice. When in the presence of someone as radiant as the sun, I thought it's best to protect my eyes. Bruh! Which does remind me, I'll never shine as brightly as you, but perhaps its dullness will be a nice accent. Otto, I can't. How can a man with such an awful taste in haircuts, with such a solid lock on style, believe me when I say it'll look much better on you than it does on me. And I have photograph evidence to prove that. Oh, I believe you. What, did you like Photoshop it on her? It's beautiful, Otto. Thank you. It's my absolute pleasure. Now, let's get to it. Yes, let us. That man ain't here for all this shit. She's like, boy, just give me the shit. Come on now. So is that some kind of special iPad that'll help? Christ, woman, how old are you? Oh, my goodness. Ugh. 'Tis no mere pad, my dear May. It is an omnidirectional scanner of my own creation, which of course makes it vastly superior. I love how that's fucking bolded, vastly superior. Okay, calm down there, superior Spider-Man. When it collects field samples to process later. That was going to be my second guess. This place is a disaster. I can't imagine what terror Pete was feeling. What animals would have such lack of respect for the sacred grounds of the academy, for our academia? Excuse me. To scar the hollow quad of my alma mater is to scar the human soul. Yeah, who could ever do something like that, Otto? Is this a piece of clothing? This piece of clothing looks pretty out there, even by young kid standards. I dare say you found something of great importance, May. Not that I had any doubts. Let me take a closer look. These are too badly decayed to get a full field reading. We must collect the sample for further study. Mind if I take a look? I have never been too keen on the superheroes or science stuff Peter's always seemed to be drawn to. So I'm thankful you came, Otto. But you do have an affinity for drawing things to you. I simply glad that I am that thing. What the hell's up with my man's face there? Next page. Otto's safe house number 328, or is that 32B? Can't tell. Location unknown. Make yourself at home. Your taste remains impeccable, Otto. High praise. Lambrusco, if I'm saying that right. I'd like to remind you we're here for business, Otto. Business before pleasure is a poor taste of phrase. If you ask me, in my expertise, I've found it best when the order is reversed. If you're about to get a taste of my world, May, why not at least enjoy your first sip? You certainly have your sale pitches. And then she's actually drinking the wine. But I don't care how fancy a bottle of wine you break out. It's not going to make me stop reminding you why we're here. I have an extensive collection that would like to challenge that, but I fear you're right. The announcement should be finished shortly, but I just like to make sure you're prepared to see the whole thing through. I called my octopus themed evil genius X to dig around a college under cover of night. Under cover of night. You think I'm not ready to get weird, Otto? I don't doubt your tenacity to get weird. I'm simply asking that you remember mine. I make no illusions about the man that I am or what I'm capable of. If we embark on this journey together, I will do my best to be the person you think I am. But if push comes to shove, I will do whatever I must to protect you and myself. You better than anyone should know I'm more than capable of taking care of myself, Otto. I don't need some big strong man to come and sweep me in his arms the second things get dicey. What about a man with 8 arms? Otto out here trying to flirt with this woman. The fucking concept of this issue is just so absurd. Interesting. It appears there were faint traces of rare air pollutant found only in the industrial district, as well as a very specific type of radiation. This is good to know. Good, because this is where the person with the weird clothes will be. Uncertain, but we must make haste nonetheless. I can't afford many luxuries, but time is not among them. The die is cast! The one thing I remember from the news from that recent Superior Spider when I read the first issue, the die is cast. So it's like a catchphrase. Don't know why that phrase in particular. The die is cast. How it's Latin or some shit. I don't know. Wow, has the suit been there the whole time? Can't believe I missed that. I've been told my hosting abilities are nigh hypnotic. I'm not bragging. Just passing along what I've been told. You certainly clean up nice, but I hope you don't plan on having to make much use out of that. My suit's offense systems are impeccable, obviously, but they are also offered a robust suite of surveillance and intelligence collection options. And the Omni sensor will allow me to create a perfect copy of the radioactive elements once we find its source. I thought it was called the Omni scanner. That is a scanner. A sensor is completely different. It's a completely different ballgame idea. Right. Well, we have our first lead. I think it's time we crack this thing wide open. I hope you still remember how to use that suit. Worry not, I'm still quite dexterous. Next page. This is the location. It's obviously front for the criminal organization. We must make them pay for the crimes against your nephew. I kind of think it's just a normal apartment building. Let's take a look. The silence is but a taunt. We must burst through. We must burst in and take what's ours. Maybe let's try a lighter touch first, Otto. Hello? Hi there. Who am I? To whom am I speaking? Eric. Hi, Eric. I was wondering if I could trouble you and take a look at one of your rooms. Office hours are between 9 and 5, Monday through Friday. Enough of your games, Eric! Who is that? I must apologize for my husband. He has been very poorly trained. We wouldn't be long. 15 minutes tops? What do you say? Wow, you remind me of my mom. Fine, I'll buzz you in. looks looks like 4 weirdos were the previous renters, but I think they ran into some trouble with the law. 4. Did you get a name? Simon. I made a Simon Says joke, and he didn't think it was funny at all. Of course, radiation poisoning, radiation poisonous poison gas. Simon. It must have been the UFOs. The UHOs? The UHOs? Listen carefully, listen closely, young Eric. When did the police? Wasn't no police. Was a thing called Infinite Solutions. Took them and cleared the place better than ever. Thought my cousins barely undid all that after crash all that after crashing here a few days here a few days. Jesus. Anyway, they did it pro bono. Excuse me? You know, pro bono. Like when you do stuff for free or whatever. It's pro bono. It's pro bono. You came back. Otto, I think I have something. You came back. The line is really funny. I don't know much about science, but I know things look funny as a clue. From my experience, that is indeed often the case. Next page. Might I take a look? Might I take a look with the scanner? The Omni Scanner. Yes, the Omni Scanner. This decoloration is most likely some byproduct of X-ray radiation. This must have something to do with Peter's illness. We could use the Omni Scanner to recreate this specific radiation signature. Could anyone recreate it, like Peter's doctors, for instance? We would need a large quantity so that it could be copied in a laboratory environment multiple times. Oh shoot! I can't seem to get this thing to work. I told you I'm not good with this superhero stuff, Otto. Perhaps you need a lighter touch, my dear. Bro, why are you getting so close? You must remember to first collect. You must first to collate the ion polarity. Jesus Christ! Before a sample can be collected, it's turned on. Indeed, as I fear, there is not enough to collect just yet. Perhaps this cleaning company would have some answers. If you give me their business cards, will you guys do this literally anywhere else? And my man's rocking an iPhone 13. So, what is the Infinite Solutions? It would seem they are also charged with holding superpowered individuals awaiting trial or transfer to prison. Though only a fool would think that's true. Well, that's the truth. You make quite the partner, Otto. It makes me miss the old days. We're here. This game of cat and mouse has eaten away at enough of our night. We will collect the information we need to help Peter. Okay, Otto. But I'm still going to do the talking on this one. We are about to cross the threshold, May. I think it is wise to ready ourselves. When it comes to protecting the ones I love, I think it's these guys who should get ready. Ha! I would agree. Next page. There we go. It looks far too normal to be normal. I know. I'm not hip on this hero stuff, but this looks pretty safe, Otto. It is when we feel the most safe that we are the most dangerous. That's certainly a take. Hello, can I help you? Hello, Sonny. Sonny? We were trying to speak with our grandson, but the nice folks down at the jailhouse told us he'd be taken here. We are quite devastated by his absence. We wish to ease our minds with cookies. Lots of cookies that we baked with love. Lots of love. I'm sure your grandson would love that. know a lot of these guys here do, but I'm afraid I can't do that. Visitation by online appointments only for security reasons, you know. Oh, pineapples. Pineapples? Perhaps there's someone in the back I could talk to. Damn, she's going full Karen. I fear your methodology not working proves my point about this place. It is time you follow my lead. I don't want you hurting people, Otto. I just need to think something else up. Yes, up is just what I had in mind. Next page. What do you mean, Wolves? If you drop me, I will come back to haunt you so hard, Otto Octavius. I swear I will. I am a scientist, man. I don't believe in ghosts. Well, mostly. Superior Spider reference, I think. Next page. Not that we've taken the active measures. We will be short. We will be short on time. My calculations tell me that we will need to collect samples from X-ray and his cohort's vapor if we wish to save your nephew. Oh dear. This all looks pretty intense for a rehabilitation center. Not loving the idea of what we may find deeper inside. Then we must be efficient, the both of us. Must be prepared to get our hands dirty if Peter is to be saved. I understand. I can do that, but in my own way. Then let us move. The Omni scanner is red lighting. Our samples are near. One on the west and one on the north. Those samples have names, Otto. X-ray isn't much of a name, but it does have one. Remember, these are all people. People that have made their bed and now lie in it. Look out! Next page. Those are some nasty looking fellows. I have a feeling this place breeds nasty, which is why we must do this we must be done with this quickly. Vapor is likely to be in the west. I imagine her specialized containment requires a significant amount of power, and it is the closest to the site's power source. Which means X-ray must just be around. You trying to pull a fast one on me, kid? Corner. You say to me gonna spy somebody, you're gonna use it. You're gonna use proper form. You could really get someone hurt with bad technique, bro. Sorry, guys. I'll do my best. I'll do better next set. Promise. That's all we want to. That's all I want to hear, Wes. Next page. I don't like this one bit, Otto. There's a lot of people down there. This is unexpected. Not an insurmountable change, of course, but the plans will need adjusting. This assault must now be doing two prongs. Hey! Stop right there! He's gonna shoot! Certain. Oof! You dare! Otto, don't! What the? Shots fired! Shots fired! Shots fired! Escort the prisoners back to their cells. Next page. We have lost the element of surprise, but we will do what must be done. Take this and get the guy. Take this and take this and the guard's key card and go to the vapor cell to collect her sample. Then meet me at the central security room. If I don't find you there, I will find you elsewhere. Central security room. Good luck, Otto. Luck is like a ghost to a scientist, man. But I appreciate the sentiment. Please be careful. I want to be able to thank you properly after we finish all this. If that is the case, I will not keep you long. Now, don't go making promises you can't keep, Grandpa. Would hate for you to let down the rest of the ancients at the nursing home. Turn off my dampers if you ever want to. If you're on that $50 I owe you, Harry. Don't make me regret it. I have been looking forward to meeting you all night. Next page. There, you hear that, fellas? Doc Ock wants my autograph. Must be my lucky day. Gah! Sorry, Harry. You're fast for a chunker, Doc. I'm not here for an autograph. I've come here. I've come to collect something of actual value, boy. Who you calling boy? I'm a grown man. Hey, gonna take more than some fancy metal arms to take me out, Doc. In your weakened state, I find that highly doubtful. I grow tired of these games. Next page. Then let me have the pleasure of ending it for you, Doc Ock. For you, Doc. Mediocre. Hard to believe such a lesser talent would think he is capable of taking on Spider-Man. What is your connection to this place? One moment we're getting creamed by the Hulk, Immortal Hulk, and the next we're walking up here in some fancy med center. They're telling us we're waiting for processing and transport to the raft. Why waste resources on you lot? Didn't ask, didn't care. Broke out the first chance we got. Got a job quickly, but involved two damn Spider-Men. And then we coupled too many, and now we're waiting for transport again. You know, I always thought Spidey was a bit of a schlump, but the other guy, one was like Spider-Man 2.0, had some of the best tech I've ever seen, superior in every way. What would you know of superiority? Yes, next page. So of course, Doc Ock would be very familiar with that, ladies and gentlemen. Let this be a reminder that I stand superior above all. To think villains of such low caliber would require an intervention from Spider-Man. That's all you got, Gramps. I find that information to be the most interesting. Ugh! Doc Ock, put your hands in the air! All of them! You dolts seem to be mistaken for one who as inexperienced as he. Let me do you the honors of correcting that error. Next page. What? Somebody's having fun. What gave it away? You're a long ways from bingo hall, Grandma. The usual close-up shots around 7. I'm the only old bat with enough energy to still hang past shutdown. Hey, I like you, lady. You must be one tough bird if you manage to slip this deep past security. That must also mean you want something. Yeah, about the size of it, vapor. Call me Annie. Okay, Anne. I have a favor to ask you. I need something from you. What kind of something? This is my nephew Peter. He drives me absolutely crazy sometimes, but I love him more than the world. And he's really all I have. Was a student at Empire University, and a couple of weeks back he got roughened up pretty bad in a big fight you and your friends had with Spider-Man. Well, I don't think you're a bad person, Anne. Deep down, I think you must have made mistakes. Lord knows I have. But I want you to know real people get caught in the crossfire of those mistakes, and Peter was one of them. I'm just here to help him. No, I'm sorry about your nephew, lady, but I'm a bad guy. Remember, it comes with the job. Okay, just completely forgot. I didn't even see that panel there, so I scrolled to the bottom of the page. Next page. You see, Peter's doctors can't figure out what's wrong with him. They use a bunch of big words that ends up meaning we don't have the information to do help, but you do. Recently, I spent a few nights in the ER, courtesy of the Angriest Avengers, so I can relate, sorta. Not sure of the info to help though. You do inside. I need a sample of you, something I can give the doctor so that they can make a cure. Give me that, and I can be on my way. No muss, no fuss. There's something else, Grandma. Love it. Yeah, I think I can help. Not like I'm going anywhere. Not like I got anything going on. Wow, was that it? Didn't feel a thing. That's it? Thank you, Anne. Truly, I can't express how much this means to me. I just want you to know that. Yeah, sure, whatever. Just don't go telling anybody. I can't have folks thinking the UFOs got soft. I'll tell them you fought like hell, sweetie. Next page. Every step of the way. Worms, this infinite solution is a sham. What other secrets do you hide? What masters pull your strings? You will tell me. Can't wait to lock you in there with the rest of the freaks. Next page. Silence! This place reeks of secrets and lies. I will find how deep they go. Pray that I find them quick. You're crazy, Doc. You're just another murderer. Let's follow this trail. One shell company to another. Two, no. You called me a murderer, but I am something much worse. No! Do you know who you're working for? What they stole from me? Let that man go. Do you know why I am about to skin you alive? There! This wasn't part of our plan, Otto. You promised me. You promised. May I let these men go? Forgive me, May, but I told you this is the man I've always been. My nature. I was always doing what I must to help you. You stopped helping the moment that you found something on that computer. I can explain. There is information. Plan they've entangled me in. There's always a plan or a scheme or some plot. Whatever you can use to justify going on a warpath. But I'm telling you no more. You can have your Omni sensor back. I want no more part in this. I'll find another way to help Peter. I was a fool to think you could change, Otto, and even a bigger fool for trying to convince myself that I didn't know from the start. Once again, you are right, my dear. I am a creature of habit, and simple design is perhaps in my nature. For me, the end justifies the means. I was given a power, and I believe it is my duty to use it. Then you have used the power irresponsibly. Goodbye, Otto. I won't be seeing you again. Next page. Sometime later. I know I screwed this whole thing up, Peter, but I just couldn't bring myself to walk further on down that path. Even if it means starting from scratch. I'll get you back on your feet. I'll find a way, although I'm starting to feel like I need a miracle. Hello, May Parker here. Miss Parker, this is Dr. Burdick. I'm calling you in regard to Peter's treatment. Using a phone call to tell me you've made progress isn't going to stop me from coming in. Quite the opposite. There's been a breakthrough. Some anonymous delivery was made containing, well, a rather comprehensive catch of data dealing with the compounds involved in Peter's illness. Long story short, we've started a new treatment plan. What? Why don't you come down and see for yourself? Otto, I hate that you're doing the right thing. Still makes me mad. Next page. You come. You're so fast. Dr. Burdick, I want to tell you something. Here we go. Thank you and your team for helping Peter. Our pleasure. You've walked through the door 100 times. You're strong, May. There's nothing you can't see on the other side that can shock you. I'll be damned. Peter! Yeah, May. You got the number of the bus that hit me. You crazy boy. You have me worried half to death. I'm so glad you're back. We're all so happy. I love you. I love you too, May. One thing could you ease up a little? This hug gets tired. I'll be going right back into a coma. Next page. And I think you've seen enough excitement for one day. That door's not gonna hold. Hold the position. Not again. Be brave. Braver. We need backup. Quick. Ugh. Will you fight that? Will you fight like the others, or will you give me what I seek? Next page. Oh shit! It's Otto again. Please, just take the access card. It'll let you into all of the systems. Just don't hurt me. Ah, I see you have learned the value of self-preservation. Good dog. Thank you. To think your masters would trust to elude me by creating a shell company called Infinite Solutions Purpose. Do you know you work for the Beyond Corporation? At your other sites, I got a taste of your employer's gluttony, ambitions if left unchecked. They will devour all that lays before them. But what will I find with this new access? No, Spider-Man and Parker could not have been that stupid. They allowed Beyond to purchase the remainders of Parker Industries, the company I built! Your Spider-Man isn't superior. He is a copy of the work I did, and Otto Octavius doesn't stand for plagiarism. I find that twice as later just given the first issue. Oh, that's funny. I will remind them that I am who will always remain the superior. Oh, this was an amazing issue, man. Alright. Next up, Ben Reilly and Miles. That ought to be hype. Alright, guys. This issue was fucking amazing. I loved it. Hilarious as hell, man. Anyway, guys, overall, I'm gonna give this issue a 10 out of 10, man. So anyway, hope you guys enjoyed the video. Leave a like if you did, subscribe if you're new. Follow me on Instagram and Twitter for like and links down the description box below. And as always, come back for more. See you guys next time.